Yo, what's up guys? This video is just gonna be a very quick video about how I grew my back as a skinny fat Indian kid, because honestly for the longest time I used to believe that I had no back genetics and there was like no hope for me or like no future whatsoever to ever like get like the coveted V-taper. I would see all these people online, like fitness influencers, like that had like like the big waist. Sorry, I said it wrong. The big back, the small waist, and everything. And like I look in the mirror at myself, and I just see like I had a small waist, I had like a 28-inch waist, but also like you'll see in the thumbnail, like my back wasn't much bigger at all. Like it was the same size as my waist. It was like it wasn't a V taper. It was like a what is this like a double L taper or something. It was just an L taper is funny, but it was not good. And I honestly thought it was because of my Indian genetics. Like I'm just not supposed to have a big back or like even a V taper at all. So for a while, I kind of gave up on back training just because of like the demotivation factors. And for like 3 years, like I was training consistently. I just never did back training. So like I was doing like, chest, shoulders. Those grew up pretty well actually. Those grew pretty well for me. Biceps, even legs. But I just wouldn't do back. And the most I would do on a back day was like I'd go to a lat pull down machine, or I'd do like those assisted pull up machines that aren't the ones where you actually do pull ups. It's just like basically a lat pull down. It's like the same thing. But I would do all those things for the longest time, and like I would never make back progress. And honestly, I just was convinced, like I said, that like it was because of my genetics. Like even my dad kind of, excuse me, like ingrained in me at a young age that like look at us, we're Indian, we have like skinny wrists and skinny arms and skinny ankles and smaller bone structures. So like we're not built to be like muscular. We're built to be like other things, like like agile and like flexible, especially. And because of that belief too, I kind of gave up on back training, and I was like, I'm just not gonna get wider, am I? And then something kind of hit me at one point. This was like such a stupid realization, but I was like, maybe I should do pull-ups, because the thing was I could never do a pull-up. That was the issue. Like I could never do a pull-up. So I was like, okay, so like what's the solution? Everyone's always saying something like, okay, if you want to get good at pull-ups, what you do is you do lat pull-downs. That's not true. If you want to get good at pull-ups, do pull-ups. Now you're probably looking at me like I'm an idiot and thinking like, but I can't do pull-ups. How can I get better at pull-ups if I can't do pull-ups? And the only way to get better at pull-ups is to do pull-ups, right? So I was in that same frame of mind for so long, but then I realized like there's other ways to do pull-ups than just like doing the normal pull-up. You can use rubber band, like resistance bands. You can mainly do negatives. What helped me the most in building my back, and you'll see in the before and after, what got me from like 0 to like 15 pull-ups in the after was training my negatives. And what a negative basically is like you're basically doing a cheat pull-up. You're up here, you jump up to the top like this, right? And then you just like slowly let yourself go down as slow as possible. And you'll be trembling like this, obviously. And I would just do like 3 reps of that every set. And like that would leave me pretty sore, and also my abs pretty sore, because it's like pull-ups are a good core exercise too, especially for a beginner. But if you want to make it even harder, which I did do for myself, and I went from like 0 to like 8 pull-ups within a month because of this. I did this pulsing thing. So it's like I would cheat up to the pull-up, do the negative, but I'd like pulse up slowly like this, go back down a little bit, then pulse up a bit again, go down, pulse up a bit again, and go down. By the way, if you want more advice like this, then click the first link in the comments. But honestly, if you follow that one exercise of like the pulsing, like negative pull up of like, doing the negative, then pulsing a bit up and then going to the negative again, that will build your lats like crazy if you can't do a pull up. And that will get you to doing multiple pull ups. That's the easiest way to doing multiple pull-ups, at least in my own personal experience. And then after that, like I was able to do pull-ups every set. I was able to do 5 pull-ups for 3 sets, and I was able to do like 10 pull-ups for 3 sets. And I got to weighted pull-ups, and like now it's like you can see like my back isn't crazy big. It's like it's like proportional now. My back is at least proportional. And I have a V taper finally after 5 years of being in the gym. I finally developed a V taper, which is kind of sad to say, but like, hey, if you're a beginner now, then at least you didn't waste 5 years like I did. So yeah, quick video. If you guys enjoyed it, then like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. My beginners fitness course for skinny fat people is the first link in the comments, not description. It's on pre-sale now, so you can get on a discount. And yeah, see you guys next video.